Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. I hope you're enjoying your day so far. Guys, today is the Valentine's 2023 crafty collaboration. I put an open invite out back in January inviting artists, creators, makers from all over the globe, whatever it is you do, to come and join in the fun with a Valentine's collaboration 2023. So if you are new here, hi, I'm Claire, Claire's Crafty Corner. Welcome, welcome. If you have come in from someone else's video that you follow and they're part of this collaboration, I hope you like it here and I hope you hit that subscribe button and I hope you stay for the fun. So as for open invite collaborations, I do this usually 4 times a year. We do Christmas, Halloween, Christmas in July and Easter. So this is the first Valentine's one and I'm so excited to see what everyone has made. If you are a YouTube channel, of course, your video, if you've taken part, should I say, your video will be linked in the playlist below. So after you guys have watched my video, please check out the description box for the playlist, and anyone who's taken part on YouTube will be linked in that playlist. Alternatively, there is Instagram, so this is not just YouTube, this is over on Instagram as well. So if you don't have a YouTube account and you're thinking you'd like to maybe join in at Easter or Christmas in July, you don't have to have a YouTube channel. You can take part over on Instagram as well in the hashtag. For this one, it's CCC Valentine's Collab 2023, I think. I'm going to double check it and put it on the screen here. Basically what you do on Instagram, you share photos of your work or a reel or a video, just one thing. We don't need 50 photos of everything you've made this year, just one project specifically for that theme, whether it is Christmas, Halloween or Valentine's. Of course, I'm going to stop talking, but yeah, if you are new here, that is the plan. That is what I do all year round. I took the decision about a year and a half ago. I did make a very hard decision, and that was to no longer collaborate with individual channels, purely just because of the amount of requests I was getting. I found it overwhelming, but this is my alternative. I felt like it's easier and just better all round to open it up so that loads of people who a lot of us have not heard of or not seen before, and I'm hoping to meet some new artists through this as well, loads more people can get involved in open invite collaborations, and that is why I really do this. So yeah, that's the story behind it. You might not have wanted to know, but that is it. I hope you enjoy my video, and after you've watched my video, check out the description box. The playlist is going to be there, and then you can go and share the love with all of the other collaborators over on YouTube. And if you are on Instagram, go check out the hashtag. Again, I'll put it here. What else do you need to know? That is all. Hopefully we've got quite a few people joining in this time, and yeah, enjoy. I appreciate you all massively. I feel like I've forgotten something here, but maybe I haven't. Maybe it's just my brain. Yeah, all right, cool. Enjoy, and I will see you in the next video. So I am going to be using my very own mould. I made this in the last video. I'll link it here if you missed it. This is a gorgeous trinket tray mould that I made from scratch using silicone rubber. And I figured for my Valentine's collaboration video 2023, we're going to be using this again, except this time we're going to be using resin. Now here's the thing. I did mention it in the last video. This is a matte mould. That is because the tray I moulded was indeed matte. This means that if I use epoxy resin, it will be matte. So over to my shadow foam wall to grab my Vista pigment. I'm going to be using black pigment in epoxy resin to create a black tray. I was really excited to see what it would look like in a matte. Now, very rarely do I make items in epoxy resin that come out matte, because the majority of my molds are indeed shiny. And if you are new to epoxy resi, if you're new to resi, guys, shiny molds give you a shiny resin. Matte molds give you a matte resin. So that is one tip I can give you if you are brand new to resin. I'm just pouring super slowly because if you saw the last video, you'll know that the edge, the rim of this tray, where I molded it, the silicone kind of comes up and over. So I just want to pour slowly to make sure that my resin is getting right down into the rim of this tray. And I'm watching it as it goes around the edges, travels around the edges and travels up the sides. This way I'm going to be confident that every area is covered. Hope I'm making sense. Quick blast of my heat gun. Now this is a torch, so don't torch your silicone, just torch the resin. This is the next day and it is time for demold. Now, like I said, this is a DIY mold, so I'm going extra careful, extra careful. Although I have to say the Let's Resin silicone rubber is super robust. I haven't had any rips or tears as of yet. Ignore the bottom of my mold. Yes, my surfaces can sometimes get a bit messy and I don't notice. But here is the tray. My first glance is, wow, that is matte. My second thought was, oh, I have thousands, and I mean thousands, of micro bubbles in the surface of my tray. This is a couple of reasons. Most likely is that it was cold when I poured the resin. The silicone was kind of cold, but we're going to fix it. It's okay. So you just saw there, that was the back of the resin, super shiny, and the front is, of course, matte. First thing I'm going to do before I take the next step is to use this new debarring tool that I bought. Like I said in the last video, I bought this from Wendy over at Toonpish Crafts. I bought this from her Amazon storefront. I think it's sold out. I think Wendy's going to link another one, but I have also linked one below if you fancy. If not, go over to Wendy at Toonpish Crafts. Share the love and buy it from her Amazon storefront because, you know, credit where credit's due. I would have never got it. It was you guys that all told me I needed this. So this is actually carving away all of the sharp edges that are often left with an epoxy resin creation. But here's a close-up look at this surface, guys. I already knew what I wanted to do with this tray, so I wasn't worried about those bubbles. And here's why. I haven't done black and red throughout this whole entire Valentine's series. Now, I did say to you guys a couple of videos back that this Monday coming is going to be black and red, but I had to do a video shift. I had to do a video shift. So this is the video where we are finally going for black and red. Now, all I'm doing here is I've just poured a little bit of resin into the surface of this tray. My worry is that if I just pour the resin directly in and I don't spend any time smushing it, I really want to smush it and squish it down into all of those micro pockets. If I don't do this, my worry is that those pockets will start to release air over the space of 24 hours. And I'm going to come back the next day and it's just going to be a bubble bath, a literal bubble frenzy. So yeah, I don't know if this was the right way to do it, but it certainly worked. I spent a good 5 to 10 minutes smushing and squishing the resin with my silicone tool over the surface of this tray in the hopes that it would do the job I want it to do and get right down, releasing any air that could potentially be stuck in those micro pockets. I'm not sure. The thing is, I love the end result, so I'm not going to complain about it. But if we look closely, can we still see air? Yeah, we can. And that's okay. That's absolutely okay. To the naked eye, you can't. But if you really, really go in and stare at it, you can just see some micro bubbles caught in the resin. But like I say, handmade with love, not perfection. So next up, we have the same nail art sequins. These are the, no, they're not pink at all. Where am I going? These are the same red foil nail art sequins that I've been using in my videos recently, and I figured against the black they are gonna pop, and my thoughts were right. It has absolutely transformed the tray. Now the rest of the tray is going to be matte, so we are going to have this contrast of a super shiny surface of the inside of the tray, whilst the walls and the rim and the, you know, the sides of the tray are going to stay in a black matte. If you wanted to, you could of course spend time covering the whole tray with resin really, really gently. My advice would be, if you wanted to do that, is to sand the entire tray. Sand it right down, like sand for about 20 minutes. And then that's going to give your tray a nice grippy surface for resin to cling to. And then what you could do, just use a gloved hand, small amount, tiny small amount of resin, and just rub the tray all over, and don't stop rubbing until every millimeter of that matte resin has got a coat of shiny. I then spent a while using 2 cocktail sticks just to divide the sequins. They kind of clumped together in areas, but I really wanted them as dispersed throughout the piece as possible. And I didn't want them to be like 3 or 4 stuck together in a clump. So you saw me there using 2 cocktail sticks or toothpicks or whatever tools you have, just to separate them out and get them to go where I want them to go. And yeah, I just wiped the side there because I had a drip. But so far, loving it. This is 24 hours later, and my heart, I am telling you, I was not obsessed with the Jesmonite version. I am obsessed with this. Look, you can see micro bubbles. Can you see them? Can you see them? But it's okay. It's okay. There are areas where it looks like the sequins have actually floated up and are sitting on top. But weirdly, they're not. Like if you touch them, you can just feel a textured surface, but they're not sitting on top as it would look. I can't explain it. It's I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for? Optical illusion. That's what it is. It was an optical illusion. I was like, wait, they're literally sitting on top of the resin, but they're not. They are underneath the resin. I love the contrast between the matte and the shiny. I think the red against the black pops beyond ridiculous. I love it so much. I had leftovers of everything, so I have gone ahead and actually made some key rings. It won't be a video, but I'm just letting you know that always have molds to hand, because then if you've got any leftover resin, you can just throw them in. I've made ABC, just ABC on my alphabet mold, with the red glitter hearts with a black background. Cannot wait to demold them. Haven't even demolded them yet. But let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you think about the black and the red together. I think it is beautiful. It's next level to the Valentines that I've been doing so far. It's all been very, very pink and girly and, you know, pretty and flowery and all of that. This takes it up a notch. This is more sophisticated, I think. It's a lot more sexy, a lot more sophisticated for a Valentine's gift, or a, you know, even a gift for yourself. But yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, in this light, you will see some of the sequins are catching the light at such a dodgy angle. It makes them look orange. It makes them look yellow. But the reality is they are all completely and utterly 100% red. Red, it's just the way the light is catching here. That's the hardest thing about doing epoxy resin, is filming it when it's done, because the reflections are crazy. It's almost impossible to film epoxy resin and not get the reflection of your curtains. Because yeah, you can see my curtains there. But I hope you love it. I hope this has inspired you. Thank you so much to everyone and anyone who has taken part in this collaboration. I cannot wait to go over and see your videos. And for anyone who's been here with me in the live chat, thank you so much for taking time out of your Saturday to come and spend with me here in the live chat. You guys know how much I love you and appreciate you as well. And to everyone else, I appreciate you massively. Thank you so much. Hope you've enjoyed. Go check out the description box. Go share the love with all of the other collaborators here and over on Instagram. And keep your eyes... What is wrong with me? Your eyes peeled, your ears open, and your eyes peeled for the next collaboration, which will be Easter. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, leave me a comment down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.
Straight cruising, headed for bruising, watching out for #1. You gotta slow down and look around you, son. Today is just today and not tomorrow. Where you're going, you gifts that you are given. You gotta slow down and look around you, son. Give a lot and live a little. Work with what you got. Where you're going, you can rest your head. Where you're going, brightness looks big. Where you're going, truth cannot be hidden. You gotta